The man was going to hang himself, but the courier suddenly knocked on the door and delivered a box. When he opened it, it was a box of cigars, and there was a pistol hidden in a secret compartment underneath. So he decided not to hang himself. Instead, he used the pistol to commit a robbery, but he never expected this inexplicable appearance of a handgun was actually a police officer's. It turned out that Jack was addicted to gambling, not only lost all his money but also owed a gambling debt, so he had to use his gun as collateral. But due to his gambling habit, when his superiors found out, they immediately suspended him and asked him to surrender his gun. He rushed to the casino to get his gun back, but the boss asked him to pay for it. The cop had no choice but to get the money, but the boss didn't really want the money. He wanted to use the cop's pistol to kill someone, although his casino was very profitable. But there was a senator who had caught on to him. Every now and then, he would ask the boss for money, and when he wasn't satisfied, he would humiliate him in every way possible. The boss couldn't take it anymore, so he called his former hitman and told him he wanted to kill someone, and he would send someone to deliver a gun to him. The killer immediately quit his job and went home. He took out his arsenal of weapons and started training. At this moment, the casino owner put the gun in a cigar box. He asked his men to send it to the killer's home. Curious, he opens the box and sees that it's just a box of cigars. By chance, he saw a courier, so he sends the box to the courier. The courier came to the killer's house and knocked on the door, but the killer was downstairs at the supermarket. Seeing that no one was home, the courier knocked on the door next door. He wanted the neighbor to sign for the delivery. To get rid of the courier, he took the delivery for his neighbor, but curiosity got the better of him and he opened the box. He found a pistol in a secret compartment underneath. That's when the killer came home and crossed paths with the courier. When he got home, the killer turned on the TV. Learn what to do when you get caught by the police. The killer was instantly baffled. The remote control makes gunshots. Carl in the next room was equally surprised. Then he realized it wasn't a toy gun and decided to rob the place on a whim. The man hanged himself because his mother needed money for an operation, but he couldn't afford the high cost of the operation, so he went to a game hall and decided to gamble, but accidentally won $5 million. He was so excited that he exchanged the money, but then the debt collectors found him. Because of his mother's medical treatment, Carl had borrowed money from loan sharks, but he hadn't paid it back. Unsurprisingly, all the money was taken away. Depressed, Carl went to a convenience store and got a bottle of soju. Then he turned around and left, but the owner stopped him and asked him to pay. Unexpectedly the next moment,
돈 없다고!
and now with a gun, he's going to rob the money for his mom's operation. As soon as Carl left the house, he met the landlord, so he didn't hesitate to pull out a gun to threaten him. The landlord thought it was a toy gun and beat the man up, so Carl's first robbery ended in failure. On the other hand, the policeman was trying to get money for the gun. He went back to the police station. He switched a bag of real flour confiscated by the police with fake flour. Then he went to an underground shop to buy a toy gun. The seller said it was illegal. He only sells to people he trusts. But the next moment, Jack pulled out a police photo ID, and that's how the cop got a toy gun for nothing. Soon after, Carl and the cop entered the casino one after the other. Carl's here to get back the $5 million the punks took. The cops are here to sell flour to the gangsters. Carl was about to pull out his gun. The gangster suddenly stood up and shouted, "Hello, officer." When he hears a cop, Carl runs to the bathroom. He hid in a bathroom with a malfunction sign. But in a few moments, a cop dragged a drug dealer into the bathroom. Carl thought he had been discovered, subconsciously pulled out his gun. The cop outside the door also pulled out a toy gun. He threatened the dealer to trade flour with him. At that moment, the bathroom door was broken by the fight. Both sides immediately took aim at each other, but Carl immediately and instinctively raised his hands. The cops thought he had a toy gun. They couldn't be bothered with him right now. After the cops left, Carl breathed a sigh of relief. He took a piss to relax. While he was flushing, he opened a trapdoor. He walked in and found the casino owner's secret room. Seeing the boss loaded with a bag full of money, he rushed in with his scarf over his eyes to grab the money. When he saw the armed robbers, the owner had to hand over the money. Carl happily left with the bag of money. The boss immediately found one of his men. He told him to get the money back. The money was a bribe for the senator to prevent the assassin's assassination from failing. And that's when the assassin called. He asked why the guns hadn't been delivered yet. The boss felt bad. After inquiring, he learned that his men had couriered the pistol. As a former gold medal killer, it doesn't matter if you need a gun or not. You can still finish the job with a knife. Before he left, he carved the target's name on his arm. But just as he was leaving the house, suddenly remembered that he met a courier on his way back. Combined with the inexplicable sound of a gunshot, he suddenly realized that the pistol was probably in the hands of his neighbor. So he took out his dagger and went to the neighbor's house to check the situation.